Hi, in this module I'm going to be using a spreadsheet that uses multiple worksheets, and I'm keeping track of machine production and machine scrap for 3 machines, machine 1, machine 2, machine 3, keeping track of machine production and machine scrap for 3 machines during the weekdays of the month. Okay, so not the days of the month, but the weekdays. It'd be the Monday through Friday days of the month. And I'm keeping track of it for shift 1, shift 2, shift 3. So I'm using 3 worksheets, one to store the data for shift 1, a second to store the data for shift 2, and a third to store the data for shift 3. And each one of these worksheets, the ones for shift 1, shift 2, and shift 3, are formatted exactly the same way. I'm keeping track of the column headings in row 3. I'm putting in the first row of data that relates to machine production and scrap for the first day of the month, doing that on row 5. So regardless of whether I'm on the sheet shift 1, row 5 stores the first day's data. Shift 2 stores the data for the first day of the month, and so forth. So these spreadsheets are laid out in exactly the same fashion. And just in case you're curious, where did the numbers come from? I started out making up some of the numbers, and then I decided to perform some calculations to create some of the numbers so that I didn't have to type the numbers in individually. So don't be concerned so much about where the numbers came from, how they were entered into the spreadsheet. I did that already. You don't need to be terribly concerned about it, but you will need to know how to generate numbers on the summary sheet, and you will have to know how to enter the dates on the summary sheet as well. So let me show you how that's done just to get you started, and then I'm going to turn this problem over to you. So if you notice from the other sheets, the row 5 is used to store the data for the first weekday of the month, which happens to be, in this case, August 1st. And so on the summary sheet, I'm going to type in row 5, column A, that would be cell A5. I'm going to type in 8/1/2013 and hit the enter key and record that date. Then I'm going to copy it down the remaining cells, and let me switch over here. The last row that was used was row 26. So I'm going to highlight clear down to row 26, and then I want to use a feature that we've seen before. If you go to the home page, over on the editing ribbon, there is a tool to fill with, and on the fill tools pull down arrow, there is an option for fill series, and we saw this once before. This time I'm going to again fill down the column. I'm going to fill a date, and instead of my date unit being day, I'm going to choose weekday, and I'm going to use a step size of 1 so that it goes from the first day to the second day to the third day and so forth. Click the OK button, and it generates all these weekdays for me, so I don't have to consult a calendar or anything to find out what the weekdays are. I just go ahead and fill with the weekday unit, and it does that for me automatically. Now, what I want in cell B5 in this case is the machine 1 production for August the 1st for shift 1, and August the 1st for shift 2, and August the 1st for shift 3. So how do I tell it to use the cells on those other worksheets? Well, the way that's done is to fully qualify the cell address. And to do that, I need to refer to the sheet name exclamation cell address. So in this case, I would type in shift 1 exclamation B5 plus shift 2 exclamation B5 plus shift 3 exclamation B5. Okay, so type in those 3 cell addresses, add them up, strike the enter key, and it didn't work. Why? Because I forgot to put an equal sign up here. So I'm going to go back to the formula bar and put the equal sign. Every formula and function has to begin with an equal sign. Try it again, and this time it adds 3 together, recognizes it as a formula, adds 3 cells together, and gives me a computed value of 385, which should be 134 plus 128 plus 123. You can do the math on the side and verify that. Then if I drag down like this, it's going to copy in a relative way. Copying down the column changes the row addresses, keeps the name of the sheet that the cell's associated with constant, but changes the row coordinate. And what you need to do is finish out all of the rest of the data on the sheet. So having seen that, I think you know exactly how to do this. And if you finish that, then you will be ready to work on assignment number 3.